Yeah. So what do you got? I mean, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I still, there was some stuff I didn't really like. When Sonic was Sonicking and Tails was tailing and Knuckles was punching, this movie flies high.
The best.
When he's running on water, saving each other.
Best.
And Knuckles is doing his knuckling.
Hey,
Tails is flying around. This movie flies high.
We just said it in the Moon Knight review, right? Mm-hmm. I watched Moon Knight so I could watch Moon Knight. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm turning it on. Yeah. So I could see Moon Knight do Moon Knight things. Mm-hmm. If I go to a Sonic movie, I want to see Sonic do Sonic things. And I get it. There's a trio now.
Yeah.
Okay? We got Tails and we got Knuckles. That's fine. Sonic and Knuckles going at it? Awesome.
So cool.
Tails helping out? Great. He's flying a plane?
Yeah, he's flying around like he knows what he's doing out there. This guy's from another planet.
Yeah. I love it.
But
when you are halfway through a movie and you show me a Bridezilla scene that has nothing to do with the other characters,
took up a huge chunk of time.
It angers me.
It took up a huge chunk of time.
And again, I'm like, this movie did not have to be 2 hours. It did not have to be. There was no reason that entire situation had to happen. Sonic could have ruined that wedding, and that could have been it. And you could have moved on to the next scene.
Yeah.
But this whole tangent that occurred in the middle of the movie was so odd. Yeah.
15 minutes? Yeah.
It was so odd that I was completely out of the movie. It literally feels, seriously, like you're watching a different movie. Yeah. Like you're watching a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
It does not feel at all like you're watching a Sonic action movie whatsoever. Mm-mm. And I was pissed because the movie is 2 hours long. And if you're going to make a 2 hour long movie, it could have easily been 140. Yeah. Easily been 140. I'm like, there's 20 minutes of garbage in this movie. It pissed me off. Pissed me off. The other thing that like angered me because I was like, seriously, guys, like you guys. You make people watch this, people review this, you do test screenings, you have boardrooms. Like, this is not a hard thing to find. Yeah. It's something in your movie that doesn't belong at all because it doesn't look like the other thing. It's not a difficult thing to do.
It was bad.
It's like if you went and saw a horror movie and then all of a sudden it became a comedy. You would be like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't belong there, right? Bad. Because in the middle of my Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, all of a sudden it's like a road trip comedy movie.
A buddy cop
situation. You'd be like, that's weird. Yeah, like if they cut to the cops for 20 minutes.
And they were like investigating and like jumping around in the office.
Yeah. It's like, let's cut to the precinct for 20 minutes about how they make jokes.
Yeah.
And then we get back to the horror movie, right?
It was bad.
It was not good. But, so that was tough because I got mad. And then, but even before that, like I'm not a fan of Jim Carrey in this movie.
Really?
It was so over the top for me. It was extremely over the top. His Dr. Robotnik is just out of control.
It's cartoonish.
It is very cartoonish.
It's cartoonish, and that's okay.
Which is fine
to an extent.
But it doesn't. But nobody else is acting cartoonish around him.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody else is on that same wavelength. Mm-hmm. So again, he is out of place. If it was like the Looney Tunes movie and everybody understands that these are all Looney Tunes, you know what I mean? Like, and everyone's acting cartoonish, it's different. Everybody is doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. But Jim Carrey is in his own world. So you might be able to say, yeah, he did a good job doing that, but it doesn't fit the movie because nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is acting like him.
Yeah.
Everyone else is acting normal.
Yeah, even his little henchman sidekick buddy.
Yeah, Stone is like... He's obsessed with him, which I also find like a weird thing to do in the movie. Make him obsessed with Dr. Robotnik. Yeah. But he's not acting cartoonish while he's being obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Right?
He's normal.
He's acting normal.
Yeah.
He's just acting.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is way out there.
Which he's good at doing.
Yes,
like he's so good at doing it.
Doesn't fit the movie.
But yeah, you're right. It's a lot. It's over the top. Mm-hmm. It's good in small, like if he wasn't in the movie as much, it would probably be okay.
Yeah, and I think that him going crazy is a good like when he's on the mushroom planet and he's crazy, you can probably do that, right?
Yeah.
He went crazy. I get it.
But yeah. Also, mushrooms are disgusting. I didn't even realize it until
he was like spitting it out and stuff.
No, until like I saw the big ones and like the lines that are in mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I'll eat them.
Yeah, that's like.
But it like it really
turned you
out. Yeah, it really grossed me out.
That's so funny.
And then when he was like crushing them and making the juice.
Yeah, he was like, I'm trying to make coffee.
Yeah, for some reason I got so grossed out, and I was like, had my popcorn, my drink. I was like, I'm gonna just put that there for a moment. Like,
yeah,
let
that go back down.
Let me forget, and then I'll smell popcorn. I was like, oh, where's my? Oh yeah, I got my popcorn.
Oh,
but like it just grossed me out seeing the big mushrooms and the. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't normally get grossed out with stuff.
I do think it's supposed to be gross though. I think it is supposed to be like they were trying to make it gross. So good for them. Yeah, they grossed you out.
It worked.
It worked.
But I think it just goes back to. Just make a Sonic.
Exactly.
Make a Sonic movie.
Exactly.
I like James Marsden. He's fine. He's fine. Like I don't mind having him in there, but again, he's not in there a lot, so he doesn't bother me.
But
he doesn't bother me.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the family story,
and I like that. Yes, I like him and the wife. Like they're.
I get.
I'm
that.
cool.
I like that.
Keep them 100%. Keep them. And Jim Carrey's retiring, so
I know Sonic 3 probably not, but. You're right. Make a Sonic movie, right? When he drops the coins, I really thought we were going to get a moment where he collects them. Like, again, people are sitting in a boardroom. No one thought about that? Have him go collect the coin. So in case you were distracted.
When he drops the coins.
Sonic drops his coin. Or, his rings, not coins. I've been playing too much Mario.
Yeah.
Sonic drops his rings out of his bag. Okay, over a cliff. The rings fall out. Tails.
Oh yes,
I believe Tails has rings.
When Tails gets knocked out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So and that's why he has to call.
Yes, and he's like,
James Marsden. Yes, use the ring I gave you so I can get out of this situation, right? But again, you don't. They did that scene so that James Marsden's character, Donut Lord, I forget what his actual name is.
Yeah, could come back into it, so we could get to the wedding.
Exactly. So we could get to the situation where he ruins the wedding. Which, again, is stupid because you didn't need that.
Yeah.
You could have had Sonic going down the mountain.
And, like, picking them up one by one.
Collecting his rings.
Picking up one by one. I thought I heard a knock.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, I thought I heard somebody knock.
Scared the crap out of me. Yeah, but...
and, like, choo. Yeah.
Being Sonic, going down a mountain, collecting rings.
And he went down the mountain the whole time.
I know!
While he was on FaceTime with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's FaceTiming him. He could have been collecting the rings.
Yeah.
They could have all gone into a different place. They could have even kind of popped up, something. And then he goes down the mountain and he's collecting them. Gling, 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 gling. Boom. And then throws a ring to get out of there.
Game. I feel like in a video game,
I'm saying.
You would spill them, and then in the video game, you would have to snowboard down the mountain.
Because he gets hit
to go pick them up.
And the rings come out.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening
here. It's a video game thing.
Oh, it makes me so angry that there was this missed opportunity because it's a bunch of wackadoos making this movie that have no idea what a video game movie is about.
But look at the ratings. Look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. It's so high. It's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, the
audience score.
The audience score is high. Yeah. You know what? I'm not an audience member, okay?
No,
I am critiquing this movie.
No, but it's true.
It's not
that whole sidebar, the whole whatever it is.
Yeah, out of place.
So bad.
It was awful.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
But I think this, like the Sonic and the Knuckling and the Tails-ing was so good for me. It was so good. I loved all of it. The whole like maze thing when he was like running through the maze. They got through the maze first.
Yeah. That was so funny.
I loved that whole sequence. Him like Knuckles, him going down and saving Knuckles, and he was like water again, like all this stuff. I'm like, Sonic does such a good job at the Sonic stuff.
He is funny.
He's funny, and he's not annoyingly funny. Like he doesn't make jokes. I'm like, oh my god.
It kind of reminds me.
Doesn't make the cringy jokes.
But it kind of reminds me of Deadpool, right? Like it's a very and obviously not rated R version, but just those
like
quips,
that's just
right?
who you are. You're just funny.
You're just like always.
So you can say it and people are gonna laugh because it is funny.
And even Knuckles at one point is like, how do you stay so like you also got ripped away from your family? How do you also stay so positive?
And I love that moment
right?
too.
Yeah,
of them on the beach and like.
I love it because it's them too.
Mm-hmm.
Having a conversation. Yeah, the main characters.
Yeah.
And again, if you had made this movie an hour and 40, I think you could have really made a good Sonic movie.
Would have had a great Sonic movie.
Yeah,
and I did enjoy it. Again, when Sonic is doing Sonic
it's
stuff,
so good.
That is when the movie shines. That's when it's great.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That's what I
want to see more Tails.
I agree.
I am not big into the Sonic video games. Like I played them, but it was like I played them because somebody had them, not because I was like a fan of.
But let me ask you
Sonic.
a question: if someone came to you, if a movie studio came to you and said, "Hey, I would like you, Diego Romero, to make a Sonic movie," what's probably the first thing you're gonna go do?
Oh my God! What if I get it wrong? I mean,
what would be the first thing you do?
Go play. I mean, I would play the game.
Exactly. You would go buy a Sega.
I was gonna say I'd probably have to cast somebody.
Oh my God! How do you make a movie?
I would need a budget, like cameras. You need cameras. Right?
It doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah, I'd
before all of that,
you play the game.
Before you even get into pre-production, you're like, you know what? If they're trusting me to do this, I'm probably going to do some research. Yeah. Let me go play a video game, a classic video game.
I think everybody's played. Everybody's played it. But my point is I don't know the character that was in the cutscene.
Yeah, Shadow.
Okay, Shadow.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't. So I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I didn't.
But I don't really think that's important. I don't think it's important that you do know.
I do Knuckles and Tails, but even not, I'm like couldn't tell you the whole history of Knuckles. I'm like, oh, cool, I know who Knuckles.
I don't really know. Again, like
I remember seeing Knuckles.
We have to remember that these are arcade games, right?
Correct. But when I was a child, it wasn't Knuckles. It was just Red Sonic.
Right.
So
right. Well, that's what I mean.
Sorry again to the crazy video game player like that.
But what I was going
to it was Red. It was Red Sonic.
What I was going to say is that arcade games weren't necessarily known for having a storyline.
Correct. Yeah.
They weren't. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, you're going to get this real in-depth story about what's going on here. It was, hey, we go have fun. Mm-hmm. We go and do this thing.
But I remember Red Sonic.
Yeah. Called him Red Sonic.
Yeah, and that's like what it was.
So did I as a kid.
So when
as a child, I called him Red Sonic.
When they introduced Knuckles in the end of the cutscene for the last one in Tails. I don't know, was Knuckles in the cutscene?
No, he was. Tails? It was just Tails, but in the first trailer,
they show Knuckles.
I
was like, oh,
we were
it's Knuckles.
Yeah,
but again, I'm not that deep. Like I didn't play all the games.
You don't.
There's 50 different Sonic games,
but you don't need to.
No,
you don't need to understand the storyline. That's my point. Is the Sonic part about it is the Sonic stuff.
Yeah,
is him running through, and they have a little bit when he's a kid, right? And he goes on the
I forgot how cute little baby Sonic is.
Yeah,
and I don't remember in the first one because you watched it first. Does he roll in the first one?
Yeah,
I didn't remember that.
No,
when I saw him roll in the second one, when he rolls up, I'm like, dude, I forgot Sonic used to roll up in a ball like a hedgehog and
yes, and then smash into things.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it.
I don't remember seeing that in the first movie. So
he doesn't do it like this movie. Yeah, and so in this movie he uses it because again, when he's beating the crap out of Knuckles,
lights up and then he
when he's smashing Knuckles into the ground.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't tell me you weren't like, dang, that was awesome.
That was all the stuff that made the movie so good.
I agree.
But to me, it was so good, I forgot. By the time I got out of the theater,
that's true.
I'm like, I forgot the stupid ass wedding scene.
That's true. Yeah.
And the moment it bothered me, but after I saw the end scene and then playing baseball,
then
Knuckles learning.
Knuckles is funny.
Knuckles is funny, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But that goes back to if the movie ends really well, you're gonna think you had a good time.
That's true.
And it's not till the drive home you start remembering all the negatives.
And the movie does end well, and that's a good point because the reason the reason why I even wrote all these things down is because I want to review this movie, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about, okay, what do I like, what do I not like about this movie, and so yes, I'm intentionally going back and trying to figure out, okay, what were the negatives of this movie, and then that one really stood out. That wedding scene really stood out to me. Him dropping that missed opportunity with the coins. The top stuff with Jim Carrey. There's a lot of things that are really, really bad about this movie.
Yeah.
But there was so much good in this movie because all of, like you're saying, all the Sonic stuff, the jokes, the action.
Funny.
Yeah, they're just so good.
Yeah.
Okay. we didn't even talk about this, but again, I feel like I'm gonna say something, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, the Sonic and Tails dance off scene is so stupid. It is so stupid. I hated it too. Equivalent to the Bridezilla scene for me. I hated it. I like the fact that Tails and Sonic are trying to bond.
I hated the song, the Bruno Mars song.
I hated the whole thing.
You could have done.
I hated the whole thing.
Many other songs, and here's why I didn't hate it like you did. I didn't enjoy it.
Hated it.
I didn't like. I'm like, okay, that was weird. That was like a lot of time spent on it.
It was. It was another 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of time spent on it.
Why are we there?
I'm like, where are they in the world?
Siberia.
Okay.
Why?
Again, just a whole group of like weird, scary people.
Yeah.
And then they bring them like the dish with like a tongue in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is funny. And then I thought we were gonna get out of there. And I'm like, okay, we're still here. All right, they got
still again.
All right, cool. They just got to get the map, and then they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, so dumb.
I'm like, okay, let's do a dance off, like whatever. And then the do, and I'm like, oh, I hate this song. This is the most like just overplayed song, top 5 of all time.
Oh yeah,
most overplayed song.
Yeah,
great song when it came out, but guess what? Now it fucking sucks because I've heard it 500 million times, and that's why now the song Uptown Funk sucks. Don't play it at your wedding, at your graduation. Don't play it in the car. Don't put it on your summertime vibe mix. Don't play it. There's nothing good about it. There's not.
Can I just say something? And I really hope I don't offend people. It's not my intention to offend people here.
We can cut it out if it's bad.
Is that not? I mean, the best indication that this movie was made by older people than like.
Oh yeah, because they're like, we need a song for the young folks.
Yeah.
We need a song for the youngins.
Like, is that not the biggest indication that this was not made?
Yeah, you know who plays that song a lot? My mom. My mom plays that song a lot.
I'm not trying to offend anybody here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that if you ask an older individual what is a hip song that the kids are listening to these days, they'd be like, oh, that Uptown Funk by that Mars Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song came out in 2009.
Let's put that one in there.
Yeah.
I hear that one's a good jam.
I was fine with a lot of that scene
until that song.
Whatever, and then the song came on, and I was like,
but
all the songs you could have picked.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. But that's how the movie feels, right? It's like a bunch of people who don't understand what's going on.
And that was cool. They were like in the mountains somewhere. They like found a place to seek shelter, but it was just too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Get them out of here. And why is that old lady sleeping with a hedgehog?
Yeah.
Why is she cuddling with it like a dog?
The whole thing is weird.
No.
We don't need that scene.
No.
They just need to find a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next day.
Yeah.
But I like, because again, if you're making a movie, the whole reason that scene exists, that seems to be funny, right? But it's not. It's stupid. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to get Sonic onto a mountain because Sonic snowboarding down a mountain is really cool. Yeah. Right? Like, that's the whole point. Let's get... Oh, okay. How do we get Sonic on a mountain to snowboard down?
Yeah.
Right? And not collect coins. Got him. Or coins, rings. I keep saying coins.
Coins, Mario.
Not collect rings. So frustrating. But that's why that exists. But that scene where he does go down the mountain, he snowboards down the mountain, when he like breaks it off and he like catches it, grabs it.
Let's go.
That's so cool. Yeah. So cool. So you're right. A lot of these things that happen that are frustrating, immediately afterwards we get something really good.
Yeah.
And it is easy to forget those stupid things.
Yeah, because once they woke up, that's when you get
right into it, and then we're back on track and we're good to go.
But then Hawaii happened, but then the hole in the sky opened up, and then they go to that.
And from Hawaii, he runs on the water, right? Which was so cool because he's like, I gotta run fast.
Yeah.
And he
doesn't like water.
And you're like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. Like a little flash moment.
And then what I thought was cool is like, he's gonna run from here to here, like really fast.
Oh, but
he's like, he's like running up waves, and he's like, gotta run up the wave and like go under it, and then I'm like, that turned out so cool.
Yes, it did. I agree. It was so awesome.
What's Sonic doing? And then I heard that, and I'm like, that's not that cool anymore. Whatever. I was like, I thought it was cool, but I don't care anymore.
Well, I give Sonic about a 60% because I
gave it about a 6,
yeah,
6.5.
6. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
And that's like I think the majority of the critics. They probably had a lot of the same thought process.
I have not seen not one critic review for this movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I don't normally look at them.
I didn't watch one thing. I didn't read one thing. This is my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm sure because again, it doesn't take a genius.
Yeah.
To figure out what's wrong with this movie. It blows my mind that it gets this far.
But they're going 3. I know that.
Yeah. They already got greenlit for 3.
They're doing 3, which is fine. Like I want to see.
Hopefully, number 2s are not. They're not known for being the best movies. Mm-hmm. So and then people get back on track for 3s.
Yeah.
And so hopefully the third one's a good one.
Except in The Dark Knight. What do we got next?